Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today we're going to look at division and short division. So part of our lesson, we'll be looking at short division, how to solve some division problems using the bus stop method, but using short division rather than long division. So let's have a look at our whiteboard. We've got a few questions, I think about 4 or 5 questions we're going to go through, and let's figure some of this out. So the first one's 426 divided by 2. How are we going to do this? Well, firstly, we can just use mental maths, right? We can divide 400 by 2, which is going to be 200, 20 by 2, which is going to be 10, and 6 ones by 2, which is going to be 3. So my answer is 213. Now, I'm using the bus stop method just to show you that you can also use the bus stop method if it's a larger number and you're not sure how to do this. We can use the bus stop method. So we're dividing 426 by 2. And so we do exactly the same thing that we did mentally. How many ways can we divide 400 by 2? It's going to be 2 ways, right? So 400 divided by 2 is going to be 200. So I've got 400 here. Here we are. It's my hundreds. 200, 300, and 400. That's my 400. If I divide it into 2 equal groups, I can see that I've got 2 in each group. That's why I've got 200 here, right? This is my 200. And then I've got 2 tens. So if I've got 2 tens, these are my tens, 10, 20, and divide it by 2. 20 divided by 2 is going to be 10. And so I've got 1 10 here. Remember, that's a tens column. That's the hundreds. That's the tens. That's the ones column. So 20 divided by 2 is going to be 10. And that's why I've got a 10 here, right? You can think of it as 2 tens divided by 2, which is 110, right? And that's why I've got the 1 here, because that represents the tens. And then finally, 6 ones divided by 2 is 3, and so I get 213 again. Similar step to the mental approach. However, all we're doing here is we're actually just writing down what we did mentally, right? You don't need to do that for this question, but if you are unsure for whatever reason and you want to double check, you can use this method. So the next question is 280 divided by 4. So 280 divided by 4. This is a bit more tricky, right? So let's use the bus stop method. 280 divided by 4. And what we're going to do, I'm just write down a bit more space between them so you can kind of see. So I've got my hundreds, tens, and ones. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to divide the hundreds by 4. Now, 200 is 2 lots of hundreds. Now, I can't divide 2 lots of hundreds by 4 unless I start breaking them down into tens, right? I don't want to do that because this is the hundreds column. So how many hundreds can I divide equally by 4? Nothing. I can't divide the hundreds by 4. So what I need to do, I need to transfer my hundreds into the tens column. Why is it now 28? Why is it 28 tens? 280 is 200. 8 tens, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and no ones, right? I can see my 8 tens here, but these hundreds, I couldn't divide the hundreds into 4 equal groups. So I then rearrange them into tens. How many tens would there be? That would be 10 tens. That would be another 10 tens. And so altogether, that's 20 tens plus the 8 tens here. So that makes 28 tens. That's why you get 28 here. So now 28 divided by 4. Well, I know my 4 times table quite well. That's going to be 7, 14, 21, 28. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. That's 7. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. Nothing left over. So I don't, in this case, I put the 2. In this case, right, the 2, I put the 2 here because I couldn't divide the 200. So I put it into the tens column. Now I don't have anything left because 28 divided by 4 is exactly 7. I've got nothing left, and this is 0. So 0 divided by 4 is 0. And our final answer here is going to be 70. So we've got 70 as our final answer. 280 divided by 4 is 70. We know 28 divided by 4 is 7. And so 280 divided by 4 is 70. Makes sense. Okay. So these are quite simple ones just to kind of begin with. And then I've got another one here. 384 divided by 4. How we're going to do 384 divided by 4? Can we think about that? Well, same method, using the bus stop method. 384 divided by 4. I'll write it out like this. And with this one, the first step is I've got 300s. Again, 300 looks like this: 100, 200, 300. I've got 8 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones, and I've got 8 tens, and I've got 4 ones. Okay, let's put this down here. Got 4 ones, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I can't divide the hundreds without breaking them up. So my hundreds column is going to be 0 because I've got 300. I can't share 300 equally amongst 4 without breaking the hundreds up. So that's why my hundreds column is going to have 0. Now my hundreds, all of these 300, I'm going to move them into the tens column. So I've got 300 here, which is going to be 30 tens, right? And I've already got 8 tens here. So that means altogether you're going to have 30 plus the 8, 38 tens. 38 tens, which you're going to write here. 3, you can see the 3 there, just about. 3 tens plus the 8, that makes 38. Okay, so I've got 38 tens divided by 4 now. 38 tens divided by 4. If I shared 38 tens equally amongst 4 people, what would they get? Well, I know 4 times 10 is 40, 4 times 9 is 36. So I can split the 38 into 9 equal parts, right? If I divide by 4, 38 divided by 4 equals 9. There's going to be a remainder because 9 times 4 is 36. 36, 37, 38. There's 2 remaining, right? That's why I've got the 9 here. And the 2 remaining is going to go here. So now this 4 ones, it becomes 24 ones. Why? I had what remaining? I had 2 tens remaining, right? Or did I? This is 38 tens. And so 38 tens divided by 4 is 9 tens with 2 tens remaining, right? 38 divided by 4 is 9, remainder 2. 38 tens is 9 tens, remainder 2. So that's why I've got the 9 here still, because that's in the tens column, that's in the hundreds column, this is in the ones column. I've got 2 remaining. Those 2 are 2 tens. 2 tens is equal to 20, right? Ones. 20 ones, add the 4 ones makes 24 ones. So this whole number here, oops, where's it gone? This whole number here is actually 24 ones. That's what it says. So 24 ones divided by 4, that's easy. That's going to be 6. And so 96 is the answer we're looking for. 384 divided by 4 is 96. I'm taking it slowly. I'm taking it one step at a time so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Otherwise, what tends to happen is if I go too fast, it will be finished very quickly. You can see the efficiency of using this method, but then you won't be able to see how to do it. Okay, so our last question, so that you can go through the homework. I'll set a few questions in the quiz below as well. 5,406 divided by 6. That's going to be another case of the bus stop method. 5,406 divided by 6. 5,000 divided by 6. I could divide 5,000 by 6, but I would need to break it down into hundreds. So I can't have any thousands here because 5,000 is less than 6. I can't share 5,000 and keep it in the thousands, right? So that's why I've got a 0 there. So the 5 goes over to the hundreds column because that's remaining. The 5,000 is actually going to be how many hundreds? It's going to be 50 hundreds plus the 4, 54 hundreds altogether. 54 divided by 6. Well, I know 6 times 10 is 60. So 6 times 9 is going to be 54. And so 9 here. There's nothing remaining here. Unlike in our first instance, we had 5 remaining. But 54 divided by 6, there's nothing remaining, so it stays 0 here. That doesn't change. 0 divided by 6 now, because remember, this is what we're dividing by. 0 divided by 6 is 0. There's no remainder. And I've got 6 divided by 6 is 1. So the answer is 901. 5,406 divided by 6 is 901. And we can check if we've got this right by multiplying if we wanted to. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 9 is 54. 5,406 is exactly what we have, right? So we know that this answer is correct. So this is how we divide using short division, guys. If you are happy with that, have a go at the quiz below. If you're in our members club, if you're not, then you can have a go at your own questions that your parents can give you. But have a go at this and let me know what you think.